welcome back to my channel. My name is Sydney and this is the introductory video to my new series, Beauty and the Journey, where I am literally documenting my journey of my road to corporate beauty. I wanted to start this channel to really kind of help people who want to do the same thing that I want to do, to ultimately work at big companies like Estee Lauder, L'Oreal, LVMH, and just want to work with like really big beauty brands. So I really just wanted to kind of use this as a guide. I feel like a lot of videos that I've seen on YouTube have either been like people that are already in that sort of field and they don't really talk too much about like the highs and lows of, you know, their journey of getting to where they are today. Well, for starters, as a little life update, I am in my last semester at Howard University as a marketing major. If you've seen my last video, you know that I was in school for wanting to be a teacher. So that quickly changed as I realized that wasn't really where my interests lied anymore, and I knew that I loved makeup, I knew that I loved social media. So my mom kind of sat me down and was like, we got to figure this out. We got to figure out what it is that you really want to do, because I don't think your heart is in teaching. And I'm really glad that I decided to make the change. I feel like I've learned a lot at Howard, being in the School of Business and being a marketing major. It's really just kind of laid out the groundwork for what it is that I really want to do. For starters, I guess I decided to work in retail. I feel as though there was a lot that I needed to learn more so about the beauty industry, and retail is always a great place to start. So I got a sales associate job working at NYX Professional Makeup in about 2019. And that was a great experience. I feel like I was able to work with one of my favorite brands in a retail space. I was able to also be a makeup artist, so I was able to do makeup like pre-COVID, of course. So I definitely learned a lot there, and I really kind of fell in love with NYX as a brand. Being able to kind of just work with people and learn a lot about sales, learn a lot about, you kind of learn a lot about marketing in like a behind the scenes sort of aspect. So that really kind of grew my love even more for the beauty industry. And after that, I kind of felt like I was in a rut. I was like applying for different internships, couldn't really like, you know, kind of get my foot in the door there because I didn't really have the experience. And when you're in school, it can be hard to get the experience if you don't have the experience. I joined a lot of organizations like College Fashionista and Impressions of Beauty, both just organizations that just kind of help people like me who don't have that experience but want to learn, and just kind of be in a community of people that like really support your endeavors in wanting to get from point A to point B. So the summer of 2019, I was really struggling to get an internship. I was like, nobody wants to hire me. I don't really have the experience, and I really was just in a rut trying to find a passion project or find something that I really wanted to do. So I really just kind of looked in like the DMV area, trying to find like small businesses that might be looking for any sort of social media help or anything. And I started working for a traveling spa boutique. So that was really fun. I was able to kind of really work hand in hand with the owner, doing social media. And in that role, I learned a lot. There was a lot of highs, a lot of lows, a lot of learning, a lot of trial and error. The owner of the company was very gracious with me and, you know, definitely made it a learning process along the way. I was able to help her out with events, help her out with her social media, content creation. I was able to make some videos and take product images for her. So that was really kind of the beginning of my journey per se. And then I think my sophomore year, I was like super sad that summer because, again, I did not get an internship. I was just kind of doing little social media jobs and I thought it was the end of the world. I feel like I only applied really at like huge companies like L'Oreal, Estee Lauder, like I was really applying to the heavy hitters. But I really want to stress the importance of like small, like if you don't have that experience, starting small, like starting with startups, reaching out to people in your community, really just kind of working on your skill set and being able to use those small skills and realizing that you're on a learning journey, taking advantage of your organizations, taking advantage of your school clubs, and really kind of putting your best foot forward either with their social media endeavors if marketing is the way that you want to go, or kind of finding your way. After that summer, I realized, okay, it's time for me to get a job. I really was someone that really loved working, so I decided to get a job at European Wax Center working as a guest service associate. I was there for a really long time, and it was kind of just a job that I was, you know, kind of applied to impulsively. But it was a great job for someone in school, so another great kind of beginning to beauty. They do sell like beauty products, and you learn a lot just kind of working hand in hand with different customers. I was a guest service associate at the time, so that's usually like the person that works the front desk. You're really kind of answering calls, but it's a great job for anyone who is in college because it's not requiring you to like be on your feet all the time, or the hours are usually a little more flexible. You can bring in a book and kind of like read for your classes, while you're in between, when it gets a little slow or when things aren't really as busy in the center at that time. So that was a really kind of a good job for me in the beginning of just school, or not in the beginning of school, but that was really a good job for me to just kind of like make some quick money, but also kind of have like a beauty related job, but again, just in like a retail space, and really just kind of show that like I'm passionate about wanting to get to the industry as a whole. In my senior year, I think fall semester, I was really kind of like in panic mode because I didn't have any like real corporate internship experience. And so I was just kind of applying to literally anything and anything I can find. I ended up applying for the skincare startup Curology, and I applied to be a content marketing intern, and that was kind of the first real like corporate internship experience that I've got. And it was remote, of course, because I started in January 2021, and the company is based in San Francisco, so it kind of worked out with my classes. Being that I was on the East Coast, I would have like my classes in the morning and then just work later in the day. And working in social media for them was a huge learning experience. I feel like I really learned a lot about what it means to really be an intern, to have that like hands-on experience. They never really made me feel like an intern. I was really doing work for the company. So that was really, really cool. And it was also cool to kind of learn more about skincare. I feel as though I didn't really know too much about skincare, but working in that role definitely taught me a lot about just skincare and like different ingredients that are being used in Curology's formulas. And I learned a lot about just like competitive analysis, content like research. I played a big role in developing like our TikTok strategy at the time, so that was really fun. And so I was there for about 4 months, and again, just a great learning experience. And then towards the end of my internship, again, I was looking for something to kind of do over the summer. I knew at that point that I wasn't graduating in a typical like 4-year timeline, but I was looking for something over the summer to, again, just get some more experience. I feel like when I was in school, I knew that I wanted to either do social media, product development, or like influencer marketing. So I was kind of like aiming to have like expertise, or at least some sort of experience in all 3 of those areas. So Curology was kind of like my step 1 in social media. Learned a lot. It was great. Then I applied to be a marketing and product development intern for a beauty brand incubator called Mesa. They're located in New York, and Mesa was a great experience. I feel like I really, really learned so much, and I wore so many different hats within that role. Like, I was able to work with the influencer team. I was able to work in product development, where we were reaching out to labs and really just kind of formulating products for the brands that we were working on. I was able to kind of work hand in hand with the design team, work hand in hand with like a lot of the higher ups in the role. So I was really working directly with like the CMO and the VP, and learning from them. I feel like in every meeting I was able to really just learn. Like, even hearing them speak and just hearing how much experience that they had was like really inspiring. And I was also able to visit the office. I think I was there for like 2 or 3 days, so that was really fun, because that was the first time I had really ever stepped foot in like a corporate office. So that was an experience for sure. And my manager was amazing. She taught me a lot. She was super nice. Everyone at Mesa was super helpful. And just again, they really were committed to the process of helping me learn anything that I needed to know. Around that time is when I decided to work at Sephora as a beauty advisor. I think I worked there this winter break in like 2020. So that was like that was right before I had gotten started at Curology, but I was still there at Curology, like working there on the weekends. I was ultimately looking for a little extra money, but I've always wanted to work at Sephora. So I was like, now that I have a little more experience, I was applying to Sephora right after I finished at NYX, but I don't think that I had exactly what they were looking for. So that was a little disheartening, but I was like, no, I'm going to get to Sephora eventually. And I ended up working there, and that was super, super fun. And I think what really played a big part in in getting the internship at Mesa was my beauty experience. So even if you don't have the experience of like internships, retail is super, super important. It really shows that passion, and it shows that you know, are getting that product knowledge, and you're really just kind of like you're really working on the field per se. If marketing is something that you do want to get into, or sales, I feel like working in retail, you really kind of get a good understanding of what it is that consumers are really looking for. So my Sephora experience definitely stood out on a lot of my like applications. And in a lot of my interviews, there were a lot of questions. Like, I didn't think there was going to be a lot of questions centered around that retail experience, but they really wanted to know like what that was like for me. So as far as like, you know, wanting to get in the beauty industry, I definitely recommend starting with retail if you feel as though like I'm not getting the internship experience that I want, or my applications are just not or something's not working, so I need to, you know, get some sort of experience under my belt. I definitely recommend starting with retail. Sephora is a great company to work for as well. You're working with so many different brands at one time. So yes, definitely recommend that. And now I am stepping into the role of PR and influencer marketing at Makeup Forever. So I'm really, really excited. If you want more like detailed videos of how I like interviewed for each of these roles, I can definitely do that. So yeah, I'm very excited to step into a different role and again learn more. I feel as though 2021 was like the year of internships for me. So even if you're a little discouraged and you feel like, oh, I'm like making my way through college, I'm not getting the experience that I want, you know, really just kind of push through. I feel like I was like, if the role isn't in beauty, I'm not doing it. And so, you know, I think that even finding those like little experiences, like you can go to a hairdresser and ask them if they need any social media help. You can ask your local makeup artist. You can ask someone in beauty where you're able to just kind of have a passion project and something that you're really working hard on, and something that you can have to showcase to these companies. That's definitely, especially starting off in college, if you feel like you're getting nowhere with internships. I really was at the point where I was like beating myself up because I was not getting the roles that I had wanted. Even reaching out to people on LinkedIn, that's huge. I never really thought that LinkedIn would have as much leverage as it did. But even if that's another video that you all want me to talk about, how I've kind of used LinkedIn to get into the roles, or how I've used LinkedIn to interview, or how I've used LinkedIn to just network with other people, I can make a video about that as well. So ultimately, my goal with this channel is to really kind of help everyone and really just provide like guidance because I feel like I didn't really have that guidance. I didn't really see too many videos where people were talking about their experience of kind of getting from point A to point B. I'm still not really at point B yet, so that's why I'm taking you all with me on my journey. So you can expect like vlogs, sit down videos, videos that probably aren't even related to corporate beauty, but still, you know, just kind of show my life and what that sort of looks like. So ultimately, I'm really excited to step into the role of PR and influencer marketing. I feel as though that's probably where I'm going to end up kind of gearing my career towards. As much as I love social media, I wasn't a big fan of product development. I felt like I didn't really have too much room to be creative. But I definitely really love digital marketing. And being in those roles really showed me that I really loved social media. I really loved digital marketing. And I also was able to kind of tap into graphic design a little bit. So I decided to start my own business doing digital marketing for small beauty businesses in my area. And I've really seen like really good traction with that. I've been able to like work with small clients, like people that have braided my hair, that have done my hair, nail techs. So that's been really exciting. I'm really looking forward to, again, making a video about that, even talking about how I got started with that. So I'm really excited to just kind of use my platform to share my experience, share my journey, really talk about the highs and lows of school, of post-grad life, of trying to find a job, of interning, and all the above. So let me know what kind of videos you all want to see from me in the comment section below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!